Yes, people. What's going on? What a weekend of Premier League football that has been. We just witnessed the game of the season so far. 4-4 Premier League Classic, Chelsea versus Manchester City, and it ends in a basketball game, back and forth. And we're gonna have to get into that because Vader said some wild things on the other day, so we got to get into that. Plus, Spurs absolutely bottled it versus Wolves. We got to get into that. We're gonna get Alan here to hold some corn for his team, absolutely bottling it. It looks like no Madison. No, and a couple center halves out, and they couldn't handle it against Wolves. They got eaten like chickens. Then we talk about Arsenal slapping Burnley. We talk about Liverpool and Mohamed Salah doing what they do, winning 3-0 at home at Anfield and keeping up pace, now going second in the league. We got to talk about that. Plus Manchester United winning another game. We got a wonderful panel for you guys today, as Vader and Alan are going to be joining very soon, but we got Dami in the building repping Manchester United. Welcome back, Dami. We got Ram in the house repping Liverpool, of course, the Ram stand. Check him out. And Ches in the building repping Chelsea, as you guys already know. He's gassed right now because his team just did well. But as we're waiting for the rest of the panel, we're gonna get this ball rolling, and we're gonna start with Manchester United because I feel like, you know what, I gotta say, Manchester United fans have done a good job flipping the script on everybody. Damn. It went from everyone making fun of Manchester United to now Manchester United fans making fun of Newcastle, making fun of everyone that they're close to in points. Because am I crazy to say you guys are not too far off from Tottenham? You're not too far off from actually getting back into that top four spot.
Yeah, I think it was like 5 from. Is it Tottenham? I think we're 6 from you, and then we're like 3 from Aston Villa. So we're very, very close. I think Aston Villa might have won today though, so they might have gone back to 5. I can't remember the logistics around it, but we're above Newcastle and we're near 5th place. So I know people it's papering over the cracks. We're still crap, but I guess you got to do what you got to do to get back into. I think it's gonna be the top 4 or top 5. So I can't really complain. It's not like we're gonna do anything when we get there, but it's what it is.
But is the crisis over? No. Back-to-back games, crisis over?
No, bruv, we're shocking. We need a whole new team again. After spending 400 million on this project, we need a whole new team. So there was far from we're going to be in the mud for at least another 3 years minimum. By the way, I'm not saying we're going to come out of it in 3 years. I'm just saying at least if we're ever going to change and be a good team, it's going to at least take 2 or 3 years because we need to get rid of at least 12 players in this team. So, yeah.
What about Ten Hag? Are you in? Thinking about
Ten Hag? I'm very simple-minded about this. I'm back him and I want him to succeed, but I feel like he will get sacked because his decision-making is terrible right now. He's under pressure, and you can see a man who is under pressure, and therefore he's making so many stupid decisions that he might. I think he's buried himself so far deep because, again, you look at some of his tactics, his lineups, they stink. You bought Amrabat, you bought Mount, you bought Onana, you bought Haaland, you bought who else did we buy this season? I can't remember who's the other one. I can't remember who else we bought this season. You don't start Amrabat anymore. Mount doesn't start. Haaland's scoring in the Champions League, but you can't create any. I know he's got 8 big missed chances in the league, but he doesn't score in the league. Onana has looked decent recently. So how is it going to get better from here? I know we're going to get Luke Shaw and Martinez back, fair enough. But that's just defenders. We can't score to save our lives. We can't create chances to save our lives. So he has I think the project is so far gone that I can't see a way that gets out of this. So I'm not Ten Hag in, I'm not Ten Hag out. He is going to be sacked soon because we're just so that bad, in my opinion.
There you go. Yo, guys, so what do you think about United? United's ahead of Newcastle in the table. Crazy, eh?
I don't give a shit. Honestly, I really don't care about United. But fair play to them. They won their games. That's right in front of them. You know, they're ahead of Newcastle. Big W that. And yeah, they're fighting for top 4 or top 5.
Could you see them overtake Newcastle and maybe Tottenham, Aston Villa? Could you see them overtake all these guys?
Not Tottenham.
But I think we could because they've got
they're only 6 points off 5 points off them.
For United, their main focus should be Aston Villa. Aston Villa is impressing me a lot. Every time they come up against a decent team,
plays Tottenham next.
They're causing a big problem, and that is going to be a big problem, Miguel. Because imagine Musa Diaby up against the high line. It's going to be lights out. Honestly, pray for Tottenham. Pray for Tottenham if they do that against Musa Diaby and co.
Yo, Ches, remember a couple of weeks ago when I told people you've been better than United, and they're like, "Nah, Chelsea's shit. And then now they're like, yo, we're bad. What do you think about United right now? You think you can catch them?
You know what? United, just talking United first. They've beaten Sheffield United, Luton, and Fulham. All three teams, which I think most of the top 6 or top 8 teams are beaten. So it's not really like I'm looking at them like, oh, you're sick, well done. Like they're beating literally like bottom of the table teams, like literally bottom 3 to bottom 4. Their next few games, they got Villa, they got Everton away, they got Chelsea, they got Newcastle, they got Liverpool. That's where the run comes in, and they get to their neutral medium level. Right now, it's like, yeah.
You had to add a little bit of context behind those wins. None of them were convincing wins.
I was going to get onto the performances. I was just talking about the results, Ram. The performances.
Sorry, I forgot. You're still cooking.
Sheffield United. Did you man watch the game? I watched it. Right, it was after the Chelsea one, I think. No, they played crap. It was just a moment of brilliance.
The thing is, though, it's funny.
I seen the replay.
Wait, it's funny.
All 3 games, you didn't need to watch it. All you need to know is that one player will come with a clutch moment. That's it.
It's funny that we're talking about convincing wins here, and we're talking about Luton, because I'm pretty sure we've all played Luton in here this season, and which one of us didn't win their game against Luton?
Oh, do you really want to do that, bro?
No, but like I said, I'm not trying to back us with crap. But you're saying it like
performances here.
You didn't win.
You beat them 1-0, bro. You beat them 1-0 at your own gaff, bro. Have some damn shame, bro. Have some damn shame. Yeah, we drew against them at their gaff.
Yeah, Ram, I can't lie. He can't talk, but you definitely can't talk. You can't,
bro. Excuse me, I can't talk. Because one fact. I'm above both of you. Yeah, I'm above most.
Yeah, but we're talking about Luton, bro. We're talking about who's above.
And where are you lot in the league?
We're talking about Luton.
Where are you?
We're talking about Luton.
We're second without a DS.
Let's talk about Luton. You're asking
You bought Moises Caicedo and you're 7th, and you got so-called world-class Casemiro and you're 6th. So
did you beat Luton?
Don't do this.
Did you beat Luton?
Don't do this. Okay, Chess, did you beat Nottingham Forest?
It's a very simple question. You could defeat
Nottingham Forest.
Be a man, What do you mean? No. Take accountability. Did you beat?
No, I didn't do shit against Luton. Answer this question. Did you beat Nottingham Forest at Stamford Bridge?
Hey, man's deflected. So Chelsea,
please don't.
You know what? We were talking about Man United, but I guess you guys don't want to talk about Man United. Let's move over to Liverpool. What are we saying, Ram? You're saying title challenge on.
Bro, I know what you're doing, Gal. You're trying to be very smart, yeah. But quote me properly. I said we'll be there or thereabouts, but we're not going to be challenging.
Say what you were about to say. Liverpool will be there or thereabouts at the end of the season.
What does that mean? Exactly.
Race.
Oh, we'll be first to third. We'll be first to third. 100%.
Bro, I need direct quotes.
Do you want exact things? We will be there or thereabouts until game week 33, where we'll sort of slowly fall away.
That means you'll be in the title race.
Who's they?
Us. Sorry, us.
But Agal, he just said they're going to be in the title race, but then he said they don't.
No, I'm saying say the word Liverpool, so when I clip it,
no, but I don't count. I count it as
Liverpool.
I count a title race. The title race that I've been in the last couple of years for me has been until the last day of the season. But
Ram, as it stands right now,
simply put, all I want to hear is Liverpool will be in the title race. Come the end of the season, we will be challenging late in this season. That's all I want to hear.
They will be challenging, but we won't be there. We won't be there like game week 35 or 36.
Big up Alan in the building, all the people coming over from his channel. Shout out to you guys. Time added on in the building. But yeah.
What's so mad about that? I literally just said we'll be there.
By the way, we just passed by the whole Man United section. You have nothing to say on United, right?
No.
Do you think United could catch you in the table?
Look, at the moment with the amount of injuries and suspensions and everything like anything's possible. This is why I didn't overhype or go along with the Tottenham title charge BS that was going on for Spurs fans. I had Spurs at 6th, and I did say last week or the week before when I was last on that seeing how things go with injury suspensions and how we deal with it will depend on whether I move us up from 6th or not. And at the moment, probably not because of how it's gone in the opposite direction. But we'll get onto Tottenham at some point because you'll want to laugh at me. Wolves beating us, that's all good. But yeah, anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Guys, we got 90 people in the building right now. Do me a favor, hit that like button right right now. It takes 2 seconds of your time. Hit that like button. So yeah, what we're talking about right now is Liverpool. And I feel like there's 2 talking points. 1, Liverpool have built a fortress. 2, actually, we already spoke about the title race. And then the third one would potentially be Mohamed Salah. If Mohamed Salah keeps it up at this rate with his goals, could he end up being the greatest Premier League winger of all time?
No.
That is my question to everybody. And I just want straight answers.
No.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yes.
No.
No,
Yes.
because
You know what? It depends on one thing. If they win,
when you say the best players of all time, one name gets put in the top 3, and that's Ronaldo. So if unless you're saying that Salah is now top 2 or top 3, then he can't be, because
how many Premier League did Ronaldo win?
How many years has Ronaldo been in the Premier League for?
Wait. 2 questions at once. Sorry, repeat the first.
How many league titles did Ronaldo win with Man United?
3.
Salah's won a Champions League and he's won 1 league title.
Okay, so Ronaldo won a Champions League.
If he wins
Ronaldo
one
won
more
Champions League also.
Ronaldo won Champions League. So what do we do?
Yeah, I know. If he wins one more Champions League and he can get some domestic trophies, he needs to have more success with the club. But goals-wise, he's already overtaken him.
So
okay,
look,
what about how did go on, Alan?
No, so goals-wise, yeah, he's overtaken him. But obviously, look, when we talk about this goals thing, right, I'm not going to hear just the goals thing as an argument, because Harry Kane with the goals.
Can I add assists?
Hold on, let me. Harry Kane with the goals and assists was still put to one side, and it's because of what they've won. And Harry Kane was always beaten with that stick. So you've got to then keep the same energy if you're going with Salah or against Ronaldo. So you can't go, because now
He's
it's
got
Salah.
the bad boy in there.
No, let me finish my point. So if you're going to use,
I know where you go with this.
You've got to use the same metric at both sides. You can't just go, because I like this player, it's goals and assists to get over trophies. No, we've always done.
No, but that's not.
What we always do is trophies. So hold on, let me finish. Ronaldo, trophy-wise and goals and wise and performances in big games for Man United, was second to none. He in the Premier League, considering as well when he was doing it as well, he came from a young age, was doing it straight off the bat, and the performance he was doing as well. Look, if Salah does get another Champions League and Premier League before he finishes, then he's in the conversation. He's tracking towards that, and you could say he's in that conversation. But as of now, Ronaldo's still ahead of Salah.
That's the question. That's the question that Egal said. Egal said that question.
I'm going to piggyback to what Alan said before you come in.
Yeah.
And it's literally we're footballing men here. Let's just use our brain. Stats are very good in isolation. So players have good numbers, and it looks good on the eye, and maybe it doesn't, and you put that to the table. My players scored this many goals, better than there. But when we're talking about best player in history in position, it's more than just stats. It has to be. Because stats don't mean a lot. Like Salah can literally, in most games I saw this season, have a decent performance and get 2 goals. Does that now mean he's better than Ronaldo, who done well the whole game but only got 1 goal? No.
Unless so Lampard is not better than Gerrard and Scholes.
Yeah, I agree. He's not.
Let me finish. And what if that 1 goal, helped towards the team win the league title, and he's got 3 of them? So my point is, you can't bring one Premier League and say the best way. It's just how it is. It's why Hazard, for me, is still better than him, because he delivered more. That's literally it. If Salah gets 400 goals, then obviously he's very exponential, and it's a different conversation, but he's not probably going to hit that. So him being more than Ronaldo doesn't make him better than him if Ronaldo delivered goals, assists, and delivered more trophies. That's what's
again. You're missing the question that Egal said.
One second. I need to ask him though one more question. Do you still have so you have Salah below Hazard?
Yeah, Hazard's still better for me.
Alan, do you have Salah below Bale? In the Premier League, of course.
You better not.
No.
Alan, you better not.
Alan, don't be cheeky. This is easy.
That is the cheat if you say.
Ram, don't get caught up in your feels, mate. In the Premier League, no, because Bale was sensational for Spurs for 2 or 3 years, but he didn't win anything, although he got the goals, assists, and performances. But if you're looking at all time and all that, Bale was massively clear.
Okay, how about this?
Overall, yeah, Alan. I'm here.
How about this? Riyad Mahrez.
Yeah.
What about Riyad Mahrez?
In the Premier League,
he's won more, and he's accomplished more. He's done it with Leicester.
That's a debate ago.
Yeah.
So he cannot be the greatest ever if he's getting in debates with Ronaldo and.
That's the thing. If he adds one more prem to his name, hopefully it's this season.
Robert Perez over Salah, my guy.
I mean, bro. I mean, if he adds one more prem to his name, then I think there's a serious conversation between Perez and what's his name, Henry, and Ronaldo, if he gets one more Prem, then the debate about Hazard and Salah is done.
Giggs isn't in the conversation.
Yeah,
By the way,
yeah.
Giggs isn't in the conversation for me because I feel like I don't view him as much as a winger, a traditional winger like today. I view him more of as a left midfielder. That's just me.
Midfielder, 100%.
But yeah, saying that is wild to not put Hazard in. It's wild not to put Salah in the debates if he continues like this. Is wild in my opinion.
Can I ask everyone a question then? Can I just ask everyone a question?
Yeah.
If you were to name your top 3 or 4 or top 5 greatest Premier League players of all time, how many of these wingers get in?
That's a stupid question though.
Wait, all time?
No. The whole reason is because the reason why I asked this is because most people here would agree that Ronaldo would be top 2 or 3, like I said earlier. So how many?
You said positions, every position though.
Every position, definitely. He's not even
Mohamed
top 5.
Salah. One second, Mohamed Salah.
Huh?
And what do you call it? And Cristiano Ronaldo for me are the top 2 wingers.
Yeah, I agree.
So right winger Salah, left winger. I'll put Cristiano Ronaldo on the left, but I'm only putting him on the left based on the fact that he played on the left for Real Madrid.
No, you can't do that. We're talking Premier League, bro.
No, okay. So let's be honest. Rooney played on the left wing. Ronaldo could easily play on the left wing.
No, but Rooney played there as like a makeshift.
No, Rooney's a cam centre forward.
Yeah, Rooney was like a second striker.
Okay, if we're doing our 21st century best 11 for what do you call it, Premier League, Ronaldo and Salah are in. Or are you saying Ronaldo and Hazard are in?
Yeah,
for me, left wing Hazard, right wing Ronaldo.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, Alan, tiebreak.
Wild.
Ronaldo definitely in. What did Hazard win when he was at Chelsea?
2
Europa League, 2
Premier League. Everything except for the Champions League, bro.
Yeah. A certain trophy is more than once.
I'd give the nod slightly to Hazard at the moment as it stands.
Okay, fair enough. And that ends. And just to end off the Liverpool section, does everyone believe Liverpool will fall off at the end of the season, or do you think they'll go all the way with the title race? Because right now they're second in the table. Liverpool are second.
I said this at the start of the season. Yeah, I feel as though a lot of teams have disrespected our team because of the fact that we've lost a load of players. And I said we're gonna be there. We're not gonna win. I still think we're 1 year behind. 1 year a little bit early. I think next year is a proper conversation. But it's like there's a lot of certain situations got to happen for us to do it. So we got to get a DM. If we get a DM in Jan and a quality DM in that, and they hit the ground running, a lot of variables behind that.
By the way, did you think Wataru Endo should have been sent off today?
No.
Did anyone see that?
I haven't seen it. I'm just about to have a look now. I saw a steal of it, but I can't really
so basically, he lost control of the ball when he's trying to dribble. Then he tried to swipe it, and he didn't get proper connection with the man. So he didn't lunge in. He tried to swipe, and he didn't get proper connection with the man.
I swear it was. He should have. Was there one midweek that he should have got sent off? Is that correct?
That one's more of a red card than that.
Yeah.
But even then, in my opinion, that's not even because he got the foot rather than the ankle.
I didn't see today's one, but I saw the Wednesday one. He should have got sent off that one, but I didn't see today, so I can't answer that.
Fair enough. And guys, just to get the Arsenal section out of the way quickly, we slapped Burnley 3-1.
You made it difficult though. Don't try that.
No. It was bro. We bounced back right away. The moment they scored, we scored a header. And Saliba doing his thing. Zinchenko absolutely bossed the game. I don't really like Zinchenko right now, but he bossed the game. I'll give him credit there. And then when it comes to the overall team performance, I'm just happy we bounced back from a loss, guys, against Newcastle that was undeserved in my opinion. And a lot of people wrote us off. A lot of people wrote Arsenal off.
Come on.
A lot of people wrote Arsenal off. They're like, your creativity is not good enough. You're not scoring enough goals. Look at us. We're what? You're
at home against Burnley.
Ram, tell him again.
1 second. Ram, you'd say your attack has been better than us this season, right?
Yes.
You have one more goal than us.
And so we're better.
You have one more goal than us.
So we're better.
So
we're better. I don't give a damn. We're better.
The difference between this team that has such a better attack than us is one more goal.
So okay.
Have you both played Sheffield and Burnley?
If you really want to do this,
1 second, let me break it down for you guys. Arsenal have been 15th in big chances created this season in the league. Arsenal have not created a lot of good chances. We have 11 open play goals. A lot of our goals have come from set pieces, and we have 6 penalties. We've been finding ways to manage these games.
But
that doesn't say anything, because then I think you say in open play we create better chances in open play.
It's been ugly.
We score more goals from open play than set pieces.
Isn't that an own goal? Because if you say that
no, I'm not saying it's a good thing, bro. I'm saying we have been terrible offensively, but look at how many goals we have.
Yeah, but if you're
we've been wasteful in front of goal, Gal.
You score from penalties.
No, we actually don't waste chances.
We waste chances. That's the difference between we waste chances. We have good opportunities where these players should be scoring goals, but they still score goals. They still score.
Gal, what is your point here? Like, what's your point?
My point is, it was too early to write Arsenal off. Everyone wrote us off after we lost.
Burnley at home. No, it's Burnley at home, bro.
And you played Sheffield before that, where you racked up.
But the thing is, everyone faces the same teams.
Everyone's beat Burnley away. Literally, Crystal Palace beat Burnley away.
So guys,
I'm not hyping up the win.
Burnley,
I'm really just saying I'm happy with the result.
Burnley plays like a top 6 team.
Am I hyping up the win? Like, let me know. Am I hyping up the win, or am I just talking about my offense?
I'm not saying that, Gal. I'm talking football. One second, Alan. I'm not laughing, saying, "Oh, you're rubbish. You didn't deserve to win." I'm just saying I wouldn't be coming out gloating, saying, "Oh, we've only scored one less goal than you after beating Burnley at home." Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't celebrate the win. I never said that. I'm just saying perspectives needed, context. Like, chill out. It's Burnley at home. Burnley are literally the worst team in the Premier League. Worse than Luton. You lost the Liverpool.
I am not here gassing up the players. I'm not here saying gassing up the
just said you're one goal behind Liverpool.
I'm merely pointing out. 1 second. I'm merely pointing out that where we are in the table, the amount of goals we've scored throughout the season, not just in one game, and the fact that we have not created that many chances, we've not done enough, but somehow we're still third in most goals scored.
Again, what did you say your team should be competing for the league this season? Yes or no?
It is.
No, before the season started, you would expect your team to compete, right?
Yeah.
So if you wasn't in this position, then it would be a talking point. I wouldn't. This isn't really a conversation that you're in the conversation in the league. Like, you should be.
No, but let's be honest. The conversation last week was people writing off Arsenal.
So hold on. Can I just very quickly? I just saw the Endo challenge. I don't think it was a red card. I think yellow card would have been the correct call. If he got a yellow card, I'll take it. Yeah,
it wasn't a foul. They said it wasn't a foul. It was a 50-50.
It should have been a yellow card because it's excessive, but I don't think it was enough for a red. But let's look back to people saying about, we wrote Arsenal off too soon. When you beat Man City, people started writing Man City off. And even before the season started, because Man City lost a couple of players and didn't replay, I was on the channel. I was on this channel with you, Selfie Gal. I think QNTV. Who else? I think maybe Ram or someone else. Quite a few people, and a lot of you, because Man City no one's done for before. Man City were written off before the season even started. So you can't complain that Arsenal were now written off, or people were people were doing Man City before the season started. And we know what Man City are like. Although they did drop points today, which obviously they did. But Chelsea, I said from the start as well, Chelsea are a team that when they get it right on the potch, I reckon they'll take off. And it looks like they're starting to do that. So
just on that point, people say, I think certain people said that they'd written off City, which are again stupid. But this ain't the City that of yesteryears where they were getting 92 or 97 points. They're not going to get that. I feel as though this season,
haters not happy about that.
They're going to get around about 80.
Guys, we're gonna go and talk about the City game in a second. I just want to bring it back to Arsenal. Is there anything you guys want to say about the Arsenal game, or you guys kind of just like it is what it is?
What I want to say is I know that Arsenal have managed to get through it. You have a lot of easy results in the games, but I don't want to hear injuries, please, because whenever
I haven't mentioned injuries,
not you know, this is like a wider Arsenal thing because I've been seeing a lot of midfield missing, this and that. I just want to make sure that going forward, Gal, if you drop any points from this moment onwards, I do not want to hear injuries as an excuse.
And also,
I think Mikel Arteta should be given credit for managing without Thomas Partey, without Martin Odegaard, without Emil Smith Rowe, without Timber for majority of the season, Gabriel Jesus, Eddie Nketiah, being injured. We also had Bukayo Saka. Every time he picks up an injury, he comes back somehow. There must be two of them.
Can I tell you the
I'm
injuries
giving
that
my
we've
manager
got?
credit.
Igao, can I tell you my injuries that I've got as well?
I have to give him credit on this because years ago, last year, Alan could testify. How many times have we been on this show and we would say Mikel Arteta didn't have a plan B when somebody got injured, and now he does.
Yeah, guys, I was going to say, I was going to give some credit to Arsenal. Fair play. This is the international break coming up in November. You men are thereabouts, literally 1 point of City. Like you haven't been playing well at all. You've been playing quite poorly, but you're still 1 point behind City in the title race. You could even be top of the league after the Liverpool game against City. So fair play. But your performances do need to step up. You're playing in the Champions League now. You're trying to win the league. Your performances do need to improve. And like Ram's saying, you are not going to get any sympathy about injuries from Man United fan.
We haven't mentioned injuries.
Milan, Spurs fan, fan, and a Tottenham fan. All 4 of us here have injuries. If Saka was to go missing, if Trossard was to go missing, and Saliba, you'd be the first one here going, "Oh no, it's unfair." Dude. We've had to deal with that all season. Yeah, my man, I don't know what his name is. Point is, the Arsenal fans have been hearing a little bit of, Timber's out. So, bro, let it land. You're top of the league. Cool.
It's not even that. Everyone's had starters miss. Chelsea have had injuries. We've had injuries.
Once again, I need to stop this right here. No Arsenal fan is sitting here today and saying we lost against Newcastle because of injuries.
Huh?
We got robbed against Newcastle.
Wait, what? Do you want me to pull up a tweet? I'll send you one.
Who?
What do you mean? Who? Arsenal said it.
No, he was saying we performed well even without those guys. He never said we lost because of the injuries. He said we lost because we got robbed. Listen, at the end of the day, that's not. I don't believe
what we're saying. Injuries happen to everyone.
I don't believe there's been one Arsenal fan out there saying, "Oh, we lost this game because Partey's missing," or "We lost this game."
No, but guys, what they've been saying though, they've been talking about your depth, which is implying it. Because when Jorginho came in, and I don't know what game we lost.
People need to put respect on Jorginho's name. The guy has been absolutely killing it. He's been doing amazing in that midfield.
It's a big word. And let's slow down.
I need more respect.
Is that respect is a big word, my bro.
Hold on. Can I just say, look, Jorginho's had a good couple of games, but I've seen Højbjerg have a good couple of games for Spurs and then be shocked for the rest of it sort of thing. You can't go.
Jorginho and Højbjerg are not on the same level. We're talking about a guy who was third in the Ballon d'Or list a couple of years ago.
No, don't you dare say that.
No. You know what? You can't even do that because you are the one that said it was a farce as well. Yeah. You said that entire Ballon d'Or was a. I
personally think if you guys want to have a Kai Havertz conversation, simply put, he has been shocking.
Yes.
He's a coach killer.
And my personal opinion, I'm not ready to write him off completely and say it's dead in the water. But at this moment in time, I'm not seeing any improvements. And he got subbed off at halftime the last game. And Fabio Vieira got sent off with a red card. And I'm not going to lie to you, Fabio Vieira getting that red card is probably going to give him a game the next game. If it wasn't for that, I don't think he would be starting the next game.
3 games. He's
next
out.
Couple games. Yeah. Bro, he's just not doing enough for me. There is moments where I see him making the right runs, but even in those moments, Bukayo Saka would rather shoot than cut it back to him. So it is what it is.
We told you about Kai Havertz.
Guys, you're right. At this moment in time, you're looking like you're right. But things can change. Hopefully, as this goes, maybe we can get him a little bit, change him and mold him into what we need.
Kai Havertz is your.
It's not looking any better.
He's your Willian. That's who he is for you.
Remember when
Arteta went and got
£5 million Willian? Oh yeah. Fuck,
bro. At least Willian had a little bit of something about him. This guy don't. But before we move on, because I think we moved on from the Liverpool chat a little bit too prematurely, A little bit too prematurely. I just want to also say Virgil van Dijk, big him up because he's not entirely back, but he's getting back to what he was supposed.
Virgil van Dijk is back. Everyone can admit it. Can we all admit it? Virgil van Dijk. He's back to being his world class self, but he's not back to the Virg that I know and love.
Oh yeah,
the one that terrorized.
I think Liverpool can beat them.
Physically, he might not be the same guy, but mentally, he's there. And what he's doing on the pitch, he's like a younger version of Thiago Silva right now. He's just killing
the way he was bullying Mbuemo and Visa, and they were like, "Nah, I'm not having any of this anymore." I was like, "Whoa!"
Everyone agrees. Van Dijk is back to being one of the best in the world again.
I would have liked to see him against Ivan Toney, but hey. It is what it is.
Oh, and Brentford tried to have it with him, and Van Dijk was like, "No way, bro! No way! You're gonna do that to me in my house."
By the way, what did I tell you about Simikan? What did he do today? 2 assists.
Shit, though. Look,
you're still gonna call him shit?
Look,
he's your best left back right now. Robertson's injured.
Of course, yeah. Oh, you're talking about injuries again. I know.
No, but you were saying Gomez is okay.
I see.
You're saying I like Gomez, bro. I put Simikan in my fantasy team for a reason. My man got me 9 to 12 points or something. I'm laughing.
See, this is where your FPL clouds your actual footballing judgment. Yeah, this is what I don't get. Look, Tsimikas was decent.
Where's Hamza?
Decent.
Hamza's at the game, guys.
Look, I will say this: Tsimikas was decent today, but my point on Tsimikas still stands. I'm still not convinced with him. I still want a new left back, but big him up. You got 2 assists. Good on him. Well done.
You know what? Let me show you guys Hamza. Hamza was moving. Hamza moving mad. This is funny. After the game, he was talking about the game. I think this is a good segue to City game, to City Chelsea game. But before we go any further, just to let you guys know, Vader was on the stream. Welcome, Vader. How you doing, bro? Hope you're doing well. I got a little clip of what you said last stream, if you remember. So I'm hopeful that Chelsea can somehow do something, but I know that City are the better team. I know that it's going to be majority like a smash and grab or something where City are just pounding them the whole game and then they somehow just get a goal. That's the only way they can do something. But hey, I want to know what you guys think. Can Chelsea stop City?
Listening to you, Igal, that was your heart talking. Your heart was giving you all those reasons as to why Chelsea can get a result, why you now claim that they play good against big teams. I know you want to throw the results that have happened recently. Listen, they're getting a little too amped up off of this Tottenham result. All right? Let's be real. 2 of those.
Bro, are they still getting amped up over the Tottenham result?
You know what? I still believe you were amped up because of what you recently saw against Tottenham, because what Chelsea did today wasn't mirrored. It didn't mirror what they did against Tottenham. I said this on the terrace. We played so damn poorly for 2 reasons. I think we took them lightly. I think we took Chelsea lightly. And on top of that, Chelsea's players.
Man City took Chelsea lightly. I told you don't do that.
No, that's fair. You did. But since Champions League, we've been on their necks. Since suffering that loss in Champions League, we haven't let them breathe. So I came into that game with a lot of confidence, especially because of what I saw from them. And I also thought players like Cole Palmer, players like Sterling, and I hate to admit this, players like even Gallagher were on it today. They were on it. And when you combine that with City, again, I'm going to be the first to admit, City not playing to their level, it's a disaster. It's a disaster. You give up 4 goals to Chelsea, who are struggling to score goals, and the goals that they weren't scoring weren't high line, being exposed. I thought we were really sloppy, and we gave them chances. And that penalty at the end of the game, I'm regretting giving you guys Cole Palmer right now, but it is what it is.
Hey, I'll take that.
Listen, just before Ches goes, I'm going to say, please, guys, name the clubs that you're talking about. So when I clip it up, we can actually clip it up. Next, I want to say, I told you 2 things. 1, Chelsea score goals when you give them space. And what you guys did, you gave them space. So they capitalized on the space and they're able to utilize what they had to their skill sets. Now, you're obviously not going to play a low block. That's not your game. That's not who you guys are as a team. So Chelsea were always going to have more space. In these games, big games, last year, Chelsea weren't able to get many points. This season already, they picked up 6. You got to see the method. They're showing up in these big games. Even though it was a double red card against Tottenham, even though it was some madness going on in the games, they're showing up. They're raising their levels. And you know how you can tell? They go down, they score. They go down, they score. They keep showing that mentality to fight back. Old Chelsea, they dropped their heads. Last year, They go 2-0 down. Damage limitations. Let's just make sure we don't embarrass ourselves. Let's make sure we can go home to our families healthy. That's what they're thinking. Today, they're like, no, I don't give a shit. I'm winning this game. I'm trying to do something. And I got to give Chelsea credit. And what I seen from them against Arsenal, Tottenham, it might be different ways of play, but the mentality is still there. And the midfield is the core, the biggest part. I criticize their midfield creativity-wise, but that's not their job. Their job is just to make sure they neutralize the other team and frustrate what they do best. Their creativity comes from the guys like Cole Palmer, comes from Raheem Sterling, comes from their wing backs. And if Gusto would have finished his dinner, you would be talking about a loss right now.
Listen, you talk about the space. They really only got that one goal, that pass from Sterling that got to Jackson. That was really the only goal that was because of space given to them. Other than that, I think it was a fair battle where they made chances in the final third. And obviously the last goal was a penalty, and a set piece goal, right? So there was a lot that happened in this game, and I'll give it to them. They played because the champions of Europe and the champions of England were in their house, and they were going to make sure that they weren't embarrassed, and they put on a show for their fans. Like it was a game from the very beginning to the end. And I said this on the terrace. Chelsea showed why they're the pride of London. I'm not like I wasn't gassing.
Why you take sneak disses, bro?
Yeah, don't.
No,
You did that on the terrace. We're not
it's
doing
not
that
a
here.
sneak diss. Listen,
London.
it's not a sneak diss.
That's their logo. That's not who they are.
Okay, whether it's a logo or not, they played to it today. And because they went down, as mentioned, they went down 3 times and bounced back and got equalizers. That showed a lot of pride. So I tip my hat. And again, I went into that game mad confident because I did not see this. And let's be honest, this whole panel, we didn't see Chelsea. We didn't see this type of Chelsea.
I did.
You saw Chelsea coming back, being down 3 times. Come on.
I
thought they were going to get something.
I seen Chelsea getting a result. I didn't see 4-4. I don't think anybody predicted 4-4, but I seen Chelsea getting a result.
I told you that they're going to cause a load of problems, and you'll probably win by a scrappy little penalty or something like that. So, yeah.
You know what?
I did tell you.
Let's go to Ches, but before we go any further, people are saying, yeah, this is funny. Egal's predictions are a lot of things correct, but because he always hypes up, people don't care and take him serious. It's true. People always do that. And
Cole he gets Palmer, it wrong about Liverpool, though.
Shout out Cole Palmer. Also, shout out Raheem Sterling. Also, I thought Raheem Sterling should have won man of the match. It's a travesty that they gave it to Cole Palmer over Raheem Sterling. But hey, Ches, take it away, bro. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling happy, man. Like, I've had time to reflect. I was on Football Terrace with you, man, just after the game. I'm just really proud of the team today because obviously going to this game, everyone was like, Tottenham 9 men. Arsenal, you bottled it at the end, which we did. Liverpool's a bit shaky as well. There's no way City don't pam you. It's too much of a difference in quality. It's over. And we actually, against City, toe-to-toe. And it wasn't like City played terribly like Arsenal did. And everyone could say City at the off day. We just caused them to make mistakes. They lost the ball a lot in midfield. They got dispossessed a lot. The press was good. Gallagher played fantastic this game. He played sick. Running around, tackles. He got an assist today as well. He's got quite a lot of assists this season. He's got 4. He's up there in the chart. So he's gone leaps and bounds this season. Cole Palmer, baller. Technically good. Good shot on him. Can create. Skillful. He's strong on the ball. He's a brilliant footballer. And James coming in. Everyone saw why James, when he plays, is the best right back in the league. Doku today had all the hype. I think he scored, last game, got 4 assists, was it? Against Bournemouth at home. Comes in this game. Doesn't do much. Has to get hooked off. That testament to James' quality, got an assist today. Sterling, I said it before, I think on this channel, never a foul. I said, if Sterling turns up against these big teams, we usually win or get a result. He turned up today, and there's no surprise he got a result. He's at the fullback, in and out, making movement, strong, good IQ on the ball. He caused us to draw this game, him alone. He was one of the main players today. I looked at, you can go home today and say, I did everything I can to win that game. And that goes to show that everyone chatting shit after the Tottenham game going, he only won because of 9 men. Who caused them to make the mistakes? We did. When they scored that goal, Chelsea's press improved. We got into the game. Lo and behold, we scored 2 disallowed goals. They get a penalty. We get a penalty, red card, and the game changes. That's not Tottenham shooting himself in the foot. Yes, to a certain degree it is, but Chelsea caused those mistakes, in my opinion.
Thanks
And
for the caveat. I was waiting for you to say, well, we actually kind of did shoot ourselves in the foot as well. But you took advantage of it. You were the better team before that red card for the after 15 minutes. So yeah.
So my point is, Alan, that people kept saying against
well.
the Tottenham game that it was just luck why we won, but it's more than just luck. You don't get 9 men for no reason, sort of thing. So and then today against City, Veta will say he's saying Pride of London. The reason why he's saying that isn't because they lost, which they didn't. It's not because they got panned, but it's because of the heart and the fight we showed. When was the last time Arsenal, their rebuild, came back from behind and drew and was beating City? It never happened. You only beat them recently the other day, and you man were wanking over it the whole night, bro.
We beat them in lockdown. We beat them in lockdown in the FA Cup. Just saying.
Yeah, you beat us a lot down in the FA Cup too. What does that mean?
Yeah, so just saying. Anyways, we beat them. I don't know why you guys keep taking sneak disses at us. We beat City. You drew against City. Celebrate your draw. Let you guys enjoy it. You don't have to drag me.
But
into
last one will say
both Pep Guardiola and you guys are trying to drag Arsenal into this. We're not involved. Leave us alone.
You're not involved. You man don't win Champions Leagues. We do. But,
we're not talking about the
anyway. Let the Pride of London talk.
Get more than 75 points, bro.
I'll finish off with this. Everyone watched our game today, and I'm happy that respect has been put on our team's name. Yes, we're 10th, and I'm not happy with that standard. So don't think I'm gassed because we drew, because I'm not. I'm just happy that we showed fight and we showed quality in another big game. So it's not an anomaly that we drew against Liverpool, should have beat them. Drew against Arsenal, should have beat them. Beat Spurs.
Liverpool.
No, we should have beat them.
Bro?
I'm not hearing
take your wins where you can and relax, because right now you got good fixtures coming up for you guys, because you're better against these teams that attack you. Once the fixtures turn and you start facing Brentford's, Burnley's,
why am I getting advice? Why am I getting advice from a butler?
What?
You're giving me advice about the league when you can't even win one.
Because you're still mid-table, my bro.
I'm telling you, you're over celebrating. You're
still 11th, my bro.
I've been celebrating.
I'm not just for a draw.
One second. My man here, Hamza's piano. This is the most randomest picture. Can you guys see that? It's Hamza wearing a wig.
Yeah, he's doing this.
And he's doing this. What the hell? What the hell?
Man's called Hamza's piano. So
big up with the super chat though. I appreciate it. Man's 10th, Yeah, what? Let him enjoy it though. That was the game of the season. Dammy, what you saying? Talk to me about the game, bro. What'd you think?
It was a good game of football. Would I say it's the most entertaining game of the season? Top 2, top 3. I think Chelsea will definitely be involved in if you were to pick one, it'd be one of their games. I was surprised at how well they played. Actually, no, I'm not really, because they've been turning up in all the big games this season. I wasn't really surprised. I was just surprised at how they didn't put their heads down every time City scored or went ahead. When City went up 1-0, you thought, oh, here we go again. And they came back into it. And I think when, what was it? Who scored the last goal? Rodri scored. I thought it was game over. And Chelsea still came back. I think overall it was a good performance. One thing I would say, though, is Chelsea's midfield, Caicedo and Enzo. I don't know what's going on with those two, but right now they need to fix up because they are underperforming. I have big stocks in both of those two players, a lot of stocks, but they're underperforming very, very vastly this season. And I think that is causing Chelsea a lot of issues as well. And I think Jackson,
you don't know what you're talking about.
What do you mean?
You don't know what you're talking about.
Do you know what's worse or that? They're playing in their natural position.
You don't know what you're talking about. Ask me a question. Go on, ask me a question.
Who disagrees with what I said about? I said Enzo and Caicedo have been underperforming this season. Who here disagrees with that statement?
No.
So do we all not know what we're talking about? Just you who knows what you're talking about.
Enzo and Caicedo defensively have been outstanding. If you're expecting them to create chances and do that, then yes, they have been underperforming based on that. But what their job is not to create chances at this moment in time.
So wait, do you agree? So do you agree or disagree with what I said?
I'd agree. They have the level to get to.
And partially disagree.
Exactly.
So I think what you're expecting from them is different from what they want them to do for the team.
No. But even the basics, I just don't think like I said, I rate these two players very highly, but I just
say Conor Gallagher has been better than them. That's it.
That's a whole different discussion in a whole different realm of things. So I'm just saying that I just don't think they've played well this season. And
I disagree though. I disagree with that.
But why?
I give you reasons why. You haven't answered, but I give you reasons why.
Go on.
Firstly, the reason why I disagree with the original statement was you said they've been one of the main reasons why we're not winning games, which is wrong. They've been playing decent, but we don't win because of our attack and the finishing.
Yeah, that's the
first thing that I'll debate.
That's what I said about Jackson as well, because I was going on to that after. But carry on.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, because he still got 6 goals. But anyway, our midfield as a pivot defensively hasn't been an issue. This game today, we see the 4 goals, and that's the reason why we're like mid-table because of the goals conceded. But before this game, we were like with Arsenal in around that level. Enzo hasn't played badly. He's just not hit the heights like Gal said. So he's not been a bad player, underperformed like you said. I disagree with that. Caicedo's been fine. Today, he wasn't horrible. He wasn't great. He was just okay. So people saying going on like these men are like underperforming their minimum level is a stretch. Yes, they're 100 million, so you put them here. But just because perform here isn't bad. That's still better than most people in the league. Our midfield has improved drastically from last season. Hence why, like Gal said, we perform well against bigger teams. It's no coincidence. So to say they play badly, Veta said they got a level to reach. I agree with that. But to say they play badly and underperformed, that's being hyperbolic because you're implying that they're below their minimum, which is not true.
Maybe it might be my expectation of those two, but I generally do believe that Enzo is one of the best talents in the world. You might disagree with that, whatever or not.
I don't think they've hit their potential, if that's what you're saying.
And I think Caicedo's the same thing. And so watching them now, I just sometimes feel like, especially more Enzo, because obviously I know he's a ball progressor. He obviously retains the ball. I just don't think he's been doing it to the level that, like I said, maybe.
Let me just settle it here. Everybody else, Ram, Vader, Allen, quick question. Have Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo hit their potential this season for Chelsea yet? Or have they been underperforming? Based on that, they've been underperforming.
That's just a loaded question.
Okay.
What player hits their potential?
One second. From what you expect for the talent of Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo, do you think they've lived up to the?
No, because their first 10 games in the Premier League. So not.
Bro, we can sit here and be realistic, bro. Look at Doku.
No, stop. Your question is loaded. Have they?
Look at Declan Rice. You can look at him and you can say he's been playing amazing.
He's not even. Rice hasn't hit his heights.
Plays amazing.
What? Rice and Caicedo.
For example, Bruno Fernandes. He's getting goals and assists, but he's not playing amazing.
He never does. He never does.
Yeah, so my point is, they are not living up to the expectations of 100 million pound players. You have 200 million
Fernandes. He doesn't.
Bro, I rate your team to a certain level, but Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo, their job, and what they're doing, they're doing a good job at it.
I know you agreed with me before, and now you're saying a different point.
This is all I'm saying. Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo have high expectations because they're what they are and how much you bought them for. And I don't think anybody on this panel thinks they've lived up to their expectations yet.
I don't think that's the question you asked is a loaded question.
I'm not saying you're flops.
Your answer isn't a wrong answer. Like no one's expecting 100 like young players at 22, 21 to come in 10 games and be the best midfielders in the league. Have
they lived up to their expectations going into the season?
What's the expectations for you? What do you expect them to be?
To boss midfield and to be your 2 best midfielders.
No, not to that level. No, but they're not.
Okay, so then you agree with me.
No, but your question is loaded because you're asking.
Forget about the question. That's the main point. The main argument is: have they lived up to what you wanted from them? For example,
in my opinion, they've been okay.
For me, let me give you an example. Martin Odegaard has not lived up to what I wanted from him from last season. He hasn't done that yet this season. So that's an example. Even though he scored goals, even though he's had good games, he has not lived up to the expectation from last season. Our team, Arsenal, we have not lived up to expectation from last season. Why is it so difficult for you to just say they're good players? I'm not calling them flops. I'm just saying they've not lived up to their expectations yet.
Look, I've got a question. I've got an issue with the question.
Keep the same energy for Arsenal.
No, I'm keeping the same energy. I never said they're good. I never said once they've been fantastic.
But then why are you getting defensive?
My issue is the rhetoric I heard after the game and the questioning now is very weird because it's like these men had stinkers. They've been playing terribly. And everyone's like, Chelsea.
You know what? City's getting cut off. Chelsea's getting way too much stick. You're right. City's the one that should be getting some stick. But really and truly, you can't give them stick. They scored 4 goals.
Wait, what? We should be getting stick.
You guys drew against Chelsea, but really no one can give you guys stick because it's one of those crazy games. These things happen. Like only people I can look at is what was
defenses.
Diaz doing? What was Diaz doing giving away a penalty? And at halftime,
Oh, I got one thing.
Woku had a bad game.
Let me hear your one thing. Go
One
ahead.
thing. Keep my goalkeeper's name out your effing mouth.
No.
Do not ever compare Ederson to Allison. Man like Ali. Do not ever do that.
What did Ederson do wrong today? Nothing.
Oh my God, please.
What did Diaz do?
No, I'll talk about Diaz, and I said this is probably the worst game I've seen Diaz have.
Wait, on this point though, do you actually think that Ederson can talk to Allison?
I do, and I do, and listen. The reason why, go back to the start of this season. Go back to the start of this season when Liverpool weren't in their form, and watch, because I pay attention. Because whether you want to call it an agenda or not, I pay attention. Allison in his feet caused a lot of those draws and problems that Liverpool had early in the season. Allison's feet distribution put more pressure onto him, so that's why I think that's why I have the conversation between Ederson and Allison.
Okay, but I'm pretty sure even every Liverpool fan in the world will agree with you that with their feet, Ederson is probably the best or second best whatever in the world.
Vader, why is Ederson? Why is Ederson? Why is Ederson?
There's nothing else. Every goalkeeper attribute outside of with his feet, Allison wins.
But in the modern day keeper, I think the difference between what he does with his feet, that is the balance for me, because hands stopping. I'll give it one-on-one. Allison makes himself whatever. I don't know how he does it.
Vader, let me just ask you a simple question: Is Ederson better than Allison in your opinion?
In my opinion, yes.
No way. No way.
Based on what?
Based off of his entire footballing ability and how we use our keepers at City. I would rather Ederson than Allison.
Okay, so don't you think if you had Allison in your team, you would have a better team?
No, I just said because of how we hold possession, because of how we entice, and we did this against you, Igal. We entice you to want to press us, and that leaves one-on-one. I think those sprayed passes, Ederson does it better than anyone else.
You do realize Allison has the ability to create chances for us, as in his kicking and his distribution.
Not under pressure.
On counter attacks,
but under pressure,
level.
Allison is not that guy.
Okay, so guys, just to try to put a bow on this before you go, Dammy, does anybody else agree with him on that take? Because I do think it's a hot take, to be honest. Anyone think Ederson is better than Allison?
No, see, I just got one thing to say then. So, Vader, just to confirm again, extension, do you think Ederson is the best goalkeeper in the world?
No, I don't think. No.
Courtois is the best.
No, but Courtois is nowhere near Ederson with his feet.
No, but at the same time, this is the thing. I'm talking about under pressure. I see cracks in Allison. That's why I don't. That's why I
say that with any goalkeeper.
1 second. So let me get the words out of your mouth. Who's the best in the world then?
At this present time,
say it.
What's he wants to say, Ederson?
Who's the best goalkeeper in the world, Vader?
Ederson's the best goalkeeper in the world.
No way.
1 second. Say it without covering your mouth.
No, because
say it without covering your mouth. Okay. Say it again.
Ederson is the best keeper in the world.
I can name 4 goalkeepers better than Ederson.
No, but
I can name 4 goalkeepers better than him.
You guys are making me laugh. I'm looking at the screen. I'm seeing your reactions.
Brazil's
what I saw from Ederson.
Brazil's number 1 is Ederson, but they haven't kept a clean sheet for almost.
See what he has. See what he's got to sprinkle.
No, because I'm telling you how it is. Actually, Neeks told me that. Big up Neeks.
Okay, so he's recycling what Neeks said. But listen, he's the best for his country, and post winning that treble, his performance in that Champions League, he's been phenomenal.
People say he sucks for his country.
He's been phenomenal.
He sucks for his country.
The
way Darwin was clicking that defense.
We're wasting valuable time on this.
But
I'm just gonna bring it back quickly.
Yeah, let me bring it back for you. I'll bring it back for you. So yeah. I do believe that Ruben Diaz had his worst game that I've ever seen him in a Manchester City jersey. Like honestly, I hate to do this, but the two goals that cost us today, the reaction goal from Jackson that he was able to put in that net was because Diaz attempting to slide and block a shot that he wasn't even close to didn't allow him to get to Jackson in time, and then he went way too quick to ground. I mean, I know it's wet. I know it's raining. It's nice to slide. He went to ground way too easy and caused that penalty that allowed for the draw. So
fair enough.
Costly mistakes.
You know what? Big up everyone. Let's go to the next topic. But before we go any further, I just want to know everyone in the comment section right now, Ederson or Allison, who you guys taking right now? Let me know in the comments. Alan, you got last person to speak on this game before we go to the Tottenham game. Alan, do you have anything else to say on this game?
No, just I saw two teams that are, Chelsea are getting there, and it's quite evident that Chelsea under Poch will get better. Look, let's be honest. When the first season that Guardiola came to Man City, it was a Pochettino team that beat them 4-1 and gave them their first L. Pochettino's always done quite well against a Man City team. So, again, with a Chelsea team that's getting better and a youthful attacking intent, you're going to see them causing problems to Man City. And it's what happened. It was a good game end to end. Great goals, loads of action. Obviously, it was just a good game. And I think this is showing how Chelsea are going to kick on from here. And Man City as well, although it was like they came up against a good Chelsea team today, they're still going to be the Premier League title winners for me. I've said it from day one, and I still think so. I just think they came up against a good Chelsea team. And Arsenal have come up against the same Chelsea team. Liverpool have, Spurs have, and Chelsea out of all them haven't lost, have they?
Yeah, you're right, bro. And Velvet Swan in the comment section saying talk about Gavardio. Gavardio had a bad game. I'm not going to write him off. The guy's a good center half. Let him slide for one game. Let's talk about Hamza. This is what Hamza.
Today we came up here and absolutely outplayed Chelsea 4-4. You know what? Despite Chelsea having all those signings, we've showed why we're the best team in the world, because City never gave up. But poor referee, VAR, officials, so poor. City were robbed from a victory today because of the official. But I'm not going to complain like Arteta, because I think it's fair. I think it's fair. But today, we showed why Chelsea are heritage. This football club is heritage. 2 Champions League for a reason. I respect that football club. Some football clubs don't have a Champions League. This football club has. And my football club has 1 Champions League. But I'm top of the world now. Big up Chelsea. I don't know how you got that 4-4 draw. You didn't deserve it. You need to give us our points back. And you know what? Officials have to look at themselves and say, shameful performance. And you know what? What a performance. Baby Doku showed why. And Cole Palmer.
Doku was terrible. I don't know.
No, he wasn't.
Hamza is the most shameless.
Hamza said a lot of different things at the same time.
Can I just say something?
No, there's still another minute to that video. But then look at this. He got a robbery to the police.
Chelsea robbed us. Chelsea robbed us. What are you going to do about it?
I'm going to go and I'm going to lock up every Man City player.
Are you going to lock Man City? We haven't done anything. We're innocent. They're trying.
You got to give Hamza credit, bro. The guy
is a shameless football fan. He says he ain't going to complain like Arteta while complaining like Arteta. Is absolutely brilliant. He's the most shameless fan.
Well, I got to give Hamza credit. He went to the police and said they got robbed. Funny guy. Unfortunately, Alan couldn't do that because he got beat up. Assault charges, maybe.
I didn't get robbed. I just got beat. Simple as.
Can we talk about Tottenham, guys? And Tottenham absolutely bottling
grab, man.
And by the way, Vader, you were on the channel.
It wasn't a smashing grab.
You seen? Did you? Were you there for my prediction? Ram, were you there for my prediction?
Well, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
We said it will be a draw or something like that.
I said they were gonna lose. I said they're going to lose their next 3 games on the Football Terrace, and on I said they're going to lose to Wolves, and the reason being exactly what happened. They had their players out, and late in the game when they needed to hold on to the victory, they just weren't able to do it because they didn't have enough. One, injuries. 2, let's be honest, Ange Postecoglou's first big test, and he couldn't master it. But hey, Alan, I'll throw it over to you.
But very quickly, Arteta's first big test, he didn't handle that either. So let's not go down that route. It's 12 games in, so chill your beans. But I'm going to throw it over to Vader because he's in the backstage area saying he's going to cook.
Vader wants to cook.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Cook somebody who had Spurs as 6. Go ahead and cook me. Go for it.
You look, Steve. How do you have? I don't like this I'm gonna put my team down, not give them high expectations, and when I do that, you can't cook me about it. Listen, you talked about. That's fine, but you can be cooked even though you give low expectations to your team.
Hold on.
Because you said that your manager is that manager.
Hey, Alan, let him finish, man. Let him finish.
Alan, you said your manager is that manager.
When did I?
You don't rate your manager.
No, I said
He's got George, bro.
He's a learning manager on the job. I never said he's that guy.
Veta. This is the wrong guy. This is the wrong guy. No lie. We should not have got Alan. Alan's been saying all this shit. I can't cook him.
Yeah, it was Dan.
George and Dan.
Yeah,
we should have caught him.
You're trying to cook somebody that can't be cooked. It's as simple as that.
Then I will talk about your team. I won't talk about how you look at your team. All right.
Okay,
you know what you can talk about? You can talk about Dan, who was on here last time with you, and what he said.
No, you can talk on that performance because it was a shocking performance. Go for it. I can't defend that performance.
The performance is what it is. But this is what's driving me crazy with regards to, and obviously it's not you, Alan, but it's Tottenham, it's Spurs, it's this manager that died on the sword because of his principles, because of what he wanted to execute, and he was getting praised for it. To be the manager and to get the results that you as a fan want, right? You don't want to be sixth. Even though you set those expectations, you don't want to be sixth. This manager isn't showing that he has the ability to actually have you higher than that. Because how are you, players out or not, putting in that performance and taking a loss? So the ones that we're talking with chess aren't here. Fair enough. But the confidence that you have or don't have, I think they're validated. They're validated with this manager, unfortunately. And you are calm with it. Spurs fans need to also be calm with it because 6 might be generous. As great as your start was, 6 might be generous.
No, look, I had Spurs before a ball was kicked at 6 because there was the likelihood of Harry Kane, our best player in the last 10, 12 years going. So that's a huge thing. So that's why I had 6, because people rival fans were going, you're going to be bottom half of the table, relegation, because you're not going to have Harry Kane. I didn't put Spurs down as much as rival fans did. I had 6 because I saw Maddison coming in. You've got Son, who's a great finisher. You've got, obviously, the likes of Basuma going to be getting game time. The defense, obviously, getting sorted out, and a new goalkeeper, which we needed sometimes. So I was like, okay, 6th. It's going to be tough, but 6th. So I wasn't overhyping Spurs. I won't put Spurs down like rival fans. So I thought I was being quite honest in regards to 6th. Now, at the start of the season, 10 unbeaten, absolutely fantastic, and we were doing well. But I've always said, and I've said week in, week out, when we get the tests come up, when we get these injuries, when we get these suspensions, how do Spurs adapt? How do we react? Now, Ange's going to play his type of football however he does. Like, he's going to continue playing that way. But what we saw is what we've seen so many times with these players. Certain players that come in aren't good enough for this club, and somehow they're still here. Do you know Davies has been here 10 years this year? He can actually have a testimonial for Spurs when the likes of Alderweireld, Vertonghen, and all these players, even Harry Kane, don't get a testimonial. He can get a testimonial for Spurs. This is the type of shit Spurs have to deal with. So actually trying to play football with players that can't play this type of football. So you can hold him to account slightly for that, because he shouldn't be doing it, but he's not going to turn away from it. So you can say, okay, that's either ridiculously deluded in trying to get players to play some football that can't, or you're going to live and die by your sword. So respects for that. It's however you want to interpret that. I didn't want that type of team playing. I don't want Højbjerg starting for Spurs ever again. I didn't want him. I wanted, if you're going to get rid of Maddison, although you can't replace him, for me, you have to have a playmaker in Lo Celso in there. Somebody who can try and create, because we got overrun in that midfield. That midfield got taken apart. So all we kept doing was trying to play the ball up the line, and they worked that out because their first goal came from Kulu being robbed of the ball. Well, the ball got played up, the ball got intercepted, and then that ball, I can't remember his name. That's what's the guy's name? The great finish, the chest down in the volley.
Pablo Sarabia.
Yeah, him. Great finish, because it all came from him. You got Dyer getting caught out of position time and time again, who can't play a high line. Davies, to be fair, was good yesterday, but he's good once in a blue moon, so he's not good enough. I said, this is why on the terrace, I've said it so many times. If you go back and watch, I've said, don't put us in the title race. Don't say we're winning the league after 10 games, because when problems occur, we'll see how we adapt to it. Like title charges or title challenges or title wins don't come in October. They come February, March or onward. And some people let
me play this.
Yeah, go for it.
Avengers are coming out of nowhere, and all of them are like uniting again. It was one game, and now all these people are coming back. I see people like this.
Dan, you know what it is? Dan, you know what it is, right? Okay. If you look at London, the reason why we're the biggest club in London, West Ham. Listen. Let me.
It's that game.
Bro, you got some deluded fans, unfortunately.
Yeah, look. I will say this: we're not the biggest club in London, but from rival fans, literally, rival fans say Spurs are nothing tin pot club. But if you look at Terry's recent videos, the biggest turnout was for Spurs' first loss against Chelsea. The biggest views he's got in the last 3 or 4 months was from that game because people came in to cook Spurs. So you actually, when you get the chance to, you want to cook us and put us down, but you say we're a nothing club.
You want to know why? You want to know why, Alan? Let me tell you why. This is why people want to turn down Tottenham, because you guys did well for your first couple games, right? Really good. And we were telling you guys that once you get some injuries, once you had some more adversity, once things aren't all going your way, we're gonna see how you weather the storm. Because at this moment in time, you had all your first team players. We know your team is paper thin. You've agreed with me on these things. One second, Alan, you've agreed with me on these things.
You're cooking Spurs on 3 or 4 fans.
Alan, I figured out Arsenal's agenda.
Alan, it's not 3 or 4 fans. It's not 3 or 4 fans. You know them yourself. There's Deji, there's Jay, there's George, there's Dan, there's that Harry guy. There's at least I know from this. I don't know too many Spurs fans, but from the guys that I've seen, you and Saba seem to be the only logical ones. Everybody else has been saying.
I do a lot of streams who like Spurs, and the rest of them all don't put Spurs in the title race.
Bro, let me just land with this. The main reason why people want to cook you guys is because of the media love affair for Ange Postecoglou, how they've been sucking him off even when you guys lose games to Tottenham. I mean, to Chelsea, they've been sucking you off. Every time you guys win Manager of the Month, it seems like the biggest trophy you guys ever accomplished as a football club. On top of that, the guy just says mate 100 times. Say mate now. Say mate now when you lose back to the game.
Hold on. So because the media love Ange, that's the thing. But the media love Ange, and that's the thing to hate Tottenham for or come at Spurs for, because the media love Ange Postecoglou. Really?
No, because Tottenham doesn't get the same level of criticism as the other big clubs. And you guys do get media love.
I saw a lot of pundits criticizing that high line, to be fair. So don't come at me with that.
No, a lot of people were laughing at it, loving it.
If you don't care, I agree with Alan in this, because number one, if you talk to most Spurs fans, you can give me George. George is my guy from time, but don't listen to him because obviously he's a bit delusional. If you speak to most of them, they will tell.
We know.
Oh wait,
they will tell you that once they get their injuries, which they will get and they have got, they will be dusted. They have said that. So how can you then say that? Oh, you were telling them that once they get injuries, this and that. I don't really get that.
I've got a response to you.
No, but bro, take yourself back.
I think Arsenal, Chelsea, fair enough. You can cook Tottenham because obviously your rivals, fair enough. But me, as a Man United fan, I like Tottenham. I don't care for them. But you know what I mean? Because they're not my rivals. So
bro, you took them off too.
Sorry, what?
You guys took them off too. They gave you Berbatov. Forever, you guys are
beef. Don't try that. We don't have beef with them.
No, you guys love them.
What you're doing here. You know what it is?
I'm going to show you one more thing. This was ever since they won that game. Ever since they had the 2-2 win at the Emirates. Yes, they've only dropped one more point than us.
Now, don't deflect from my point.
Look at the goal difference. Like we've been absolutely on fire. They've been shit. Like,
hey, Gal, who you played?
Ram, let me cook it out. I know what he's trying to do. Everyone, let me listen here. I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to gaslight Spurs into, you need to challenge for the title. And they got so much love. He's just jealous of the amount of love the media were giving Tottenham over Arsenal.
Yep.
Despite the fact Arsenal are top of the league. That's what I can hear it.
You want to know something?
I can hear a gal, you can't lie. I can hear it in your tone. You were jealous of the way Andrew's getting love.
That used to be the
attention. I wasn't getting the love, innit?
Because I was hearing two things. I was hearing Ange Postecoglou in 11 games has done something Mikel Arteta couldn't do in 4 years. I was hearing Tottenham are a better team than Arsenal this season, and I've seen enough evidence.
But they were better than you this season.
I've been seeing stuff like people like Will the other day on the stream saying Tottenham will finish above Arsenal. I'm hearing all your players are all of a sudden world class. This is what I'm hearing. It kind of rings deja vu from all the other stuff.
No one said that.
I agree with you. I agree with you with the fact that Will was saying that he'll finish by because he said that. I can't deny it. I've not heard. I mean, occasionally some people will say that Son's world class. I don't necessarily agree with that. But
Christian Romero, I heard, was world class.
Let me finish. I've not heard a lot of Spurs fans say all these players are world class. But if you've heard that, that's cool. But that's not been me.
Let me give you an example.
Look, wait, you're saying you can't because of people are saying that Spurs are better or this and the other, and it's only been 10 games. But it's by that same detriment that it's only been 10 or 12 games into a process with a new manager, with a new team. But you would, again, I'll say it again, you were on the terrace week in, week out when people were tearing Arteta apart, when you were 14th in the table, when you beat Chelsea Boxing Day to obviously kickstart that run under Arteta, which pushed up the table. You were defending Arteta week in, week out. So, of course, I'm going to defend a new manager with a new team. You can't have it one way for Arsenal and the other way for Spurs. You can't do it. You've got to be consistent.
You know what it is?
Hey,
no, but Ches was right. No, Ches was right.
I'm just saying the downfall is here. And you could see yourself if Manchester United finish above you.
Don't deflect. Let it finish.
This is what because Ches was onto something. Remember the start that Arsenal had last year. Remember their start and what Arteta was doing and all of that love for the manager and how they were going on that run. That's what Tottenham had. That's the run that they had, and that was the attention that he was missing.
You're slightly jealous.
That's what was happening. Raising of the manager. Manager of the month.
That never happened. It took until after the World Cup for people to actually take it serious. It took until after the World Cup, 20 games.
That's
Tottenham are getting this.
We didn't take them seriously.
No one said Tottenham was going to win the league, though.
Yeah, who said they were going to challenge, bro?
No, but
you gaslighted them and said that. No one said that.
You tried to force a narrative, and you're trying to say as if they said it when they didn't.
Oh, wait. Who said this? So you want visual?
You
video.
did. You said
no one said they're going to win the league.
No one said wait. Nobody. I'll give you guys visual evidence.
Oh, here we go. The exception doesn't make the rule. What the hell, man?
Pick one or two.
Who we played. And we drew with one of them. How about you just and just chill out? We've got the best manager that we've had in the 45 years that you so-called been supporting the club. Let's be real. We've had dusty managers.
25 years I've been supporting the club.
What I'm trying to say is, can't you see that this is a different Tottenham team? This is a different team.
But we're not winning the league.
Why don't you take the advice of our current gaffer and enjoy the ride?
In your 23 years, don't turn this into banter FC by claiming we're going to win the league while we're not every player on the bench.
I think you'd be a Spurs fan and you come here like some sort of...
Oh, yeah, that's a good argument. Let's go and support
4 games, 3 games, whatever it is. We're top of the league. Why are we not going to believe? We're just going to admit defeat after 9 games? Are we just
no, but don't be an Arsenal fan for football on this thing. You're winning the league.
Where's Dan? Dan also says that.
Hey, what stream is this? What stream is that on?
Alan shuts it down. Alan and Kate shut it down, but they say it. Listen, long story short, your fans say, why don't we believe? It let 10 games in. We can do it as long as we don't get injuries. You know what happens? Injuries.
The amount you've shown a clip of one show and all that with a few people saying it. The amount of rivals I've had in my chat, the amount of rivals I've had in this chat, in the Football Terrace chat, saying when we were winning, so Spurs are going to win league, or Spurs are going to win league, holding people, like trying to hold people to account, or saying, you're going to win league when you're going to say you're in the title race. I've had more rivals say about Spurs winning the league or in the title race than I've heard Spurs fans by a mile. Rival fans were trying to hype us up, so we'd all start going, so you could tear us down. The ones that have said it, okay, tear them down, win the league and all that's ridiculous. I never had it as that. I never will this season. Again, I've stated 6th. It's on my Twitter. You go back to before a ball was kicked. 6th based on things that are happening. So you can tear them down. But the whole thing of, because a couple or a handful have said it, the whole Spurs fan base could be used against the whole Spurs fan base. Bullshit. And I'll say it on your channel. I don't care.
Fair enough. Listen, I just before we go any further.
Love you, though,
just before we go any further, where do you guys think Tottenham will finish this season? Do you think they'll continue to slide? Because I think against Aston Villa and Man City in their next 2 games, they'll lose both of those games.
If they're not careful, they'll be in like a top 4 to actually not. They're not that careful. They'll be in a top 4 to 6.
You gotta go, Chaz?
Yeah, see that guy.
No, wait. Before you go, do you think? He left.
Yeah, they'll be in a top 4 to 6 race with us. I don't think, and that's where, like Alan said, he predicted them to be. So if they finish 4th, 5th, or 6th, you can't really say much because they don't have a big squad to compete or go any further, which is what we all said.
Exactly. So, it's a start of a build. It's a start.
I'm ready for the fight.
Look, if Spurs, I predicted Spurs 6th. I think we're going to be on track for around that position. So it's going to be a season I was expecting. If we end up getting 5th, 4th, or higher, it's a better season than what I thought. If we go lower than 6th, it's worse. But as it
could you see Tottenham fans turning on Ange?
No, well, apparently there are actually some already saying Ange out. That's pathetic. That is actually pathetic. Look, yeah. There's a couple that have put an Ange out thing and all that. Look, he's going to need time.
They're trolling.
It took Arteta 3 or 4 seasons to get to where they are. It's going to take him at least that amount for us to get there too. If we can get there at all, we'll have to wait and see. For those overreacting saying Ange out now, just really weird. For those again overhyped saying Ange is the best manager ever or winning a title this early on, it's just as ridiculous. I don't understand why people have to be polarized.
Fair enough, bro. I'm gonna wrap it up here, Alan.
Wait, Gal, can I just quickly just say one little thing?
Question. Yes, I think Villa will be there. Around top 4 or 6. Villa will be.
One quick question to Gal. Yeah, this is just to finish because I just saw this and I'm laughing right now. So you believe that Arsenal had the same attack or same level of attack as Liverpool because of the goals scored? Yeah.
No, I just said we've not been good, but we are actually up there in the goals. I'm just quite showing you the numbers where we are. It doesn't.
Did you know that we have the same amount of goals conceded in the league?
Yeah, I know.
So do we have the same equal amount of defense then?
No, you've actually been worse defensively, but somehow you've only conceded 10 goals.
That's mad. Thingy, what's it called? Big up NG. NG sent it to me. I was like, bro, that is wild. I did not know we have the best defense in the league. I think Ali's.
But you see, I'm consistent, bro. I'm not going mad.
You know it is. I'm going mad. That is wild to me. Us conceded 10 goals with you, man. No, that's wild to me. That is wild to me. But big up the guy.
All right, you know what, Dammy, big up Dammy for coming on. Go check out Hamza Talks Ball. That's where he does his YouTube. He does it with Hamza on his channel. Vader Games. He left, but he has the Vader Games channel. Ram Stand for Ram, of course, and time added on for Alan because every time there's time added on, they end up losing. So big up Alan.
Send me the link to that Spurs podcast. I want to watch it and laugh. That guy was so passionate. I was dying when I was listening.
Which Spurs podcast? Oh,
yeah, it's on my Twitter. Yeah, it's on my Twitter. Oh, by the way, quickly. Newcastle lost.
Yeah, but
lost those frauds. I love Kendall, but I'm sorry. Steve too. Big up to Steve, Ryan, Kendall, Siva. What do you call it? I forget the other girl also, but big up to all the Newcastle fans. But you guys got to hold that. After chatting shit, after getting an undeserved goal, you lost.
There it is. There
now
it is.
Manchester United is ahead of you in the league.
We
even have. Don't go down the Hassan route and letting a result or a bad call go cloud your judgment, mate. Don't do that. What Hassan does.
By the way, did you guys see?
Also, I'm so glad you said Hassan.
Miguel, very quickly. You said that, when there's time added on, Spurs lose. When there's time added on against Arsenal, did you beat us? Good
one. Let me just show you guys something quickly. Did you guys see this? This is my Instagram, by the way. Go check it out. Somehow I'm on 4,000. I need more. Check this out.
United in the league table. The team that beat Arsenal 1-0 just last week faces back-to-back defeats versus Dortmund and Bournemouth. And you know the funny thing is, guys, this team is so overrated. It's all falling apart as players are starting to argue with their fans. Check out this video of Kieran Trippier arguing with the Newcastle fan.
Kieran Trippier went up to a fan and said, "How many injuries do we got? You shouldn't be complaining, basically. We gave it our all. We have so many injuries. So do you guys think Newcastle should be excused with the injuries that they have? Because I'm about to show you how many injuries they actually have.
They've got more than Spurs, I think.
Yeah, I've seen the injuries. It's crazy. The injury list is crazy.
Is right, though.
Look at that. So they got Harvey Barnes, Murphy, Target, Botman, Tonali, plus...
I can banter as much as I want, but they do have a lot of suspensions. They also got Bruno Guimaraes out.
Look at that. Isaac, Wilson, Byrne, Anderson. These guys have all these guys out.
Yeah.
That's two. Crazy. That's a whole 11.
That's literally some of their starters and then the backups for their starters.
Yeah, the backup will start, and they play 3 games a week as well.
That's their whole 11.
And they're still in every competition, I think. Yeah, they are. In the Carabao Cup as well. Jesus.
Crazy. By the way, guys, that's my TikTok and Instagram. I post those videos. Check them out. And I do YouTube shorts on here. So check those out also. But yeah, outside of those two, Jared Bowen, guys, he's broken Mo Salah and Thierry Henry's record for most consecutive goals.
Good on him.
I saw that earlier.
I think away from home or something. What was it? Was it at home or away from home?
Must have been away from home.
Yeah, because that's some crazy record. I was like, this guy's still scoring goals. Like, are you guys surprised at this point when Jared Bowen pops up? Because I think he's one of the better wingers in this league, goal scoring wise.
Yeah, better wingers, and also one of the most important players for West Ham as well. And West Ham are no slouch team, so it's kind of expected. He's a good player.
I don't think there's too much to say on West Ham. Then what about Brighton? Are you guys shocked Brighton keeps losing games?
Hey, do you know how many games they've won in 10? They've won 2. And do you know who those games came against? Ajax at home and Ajax away. Nobody's talking about Brighton because nobody actually cares for them. However, the prop that people were doing for De Zerbi went overboard. So I want to see the same discussions about how badly Brighton have been in the last 12 games. Because this season they've been shot.
Fair enough. And then finally, Aston Villa. Can we talk about Unai Emery and the job that he's done at West Ham? I mean, Aston Villa, because this is nuts.
I told you about this guy.
Alan,
I told the signings that they made and the manager that they got and the football that they're playing, put it all together, you got yourself a really good team. And that's what they've got. It's going to be a problem. They're going to be a big problem.
Exactly. Look, after 12 games, 3 points off of that. And the thing is, this is why I'm saying, look, I rate Villa and I think they're going to be there or thereabouts in regards to top 4 and all that. Is he's got pretty much a season on Ange. He knows what was working last season. He's added quality to the places that were needed. And you can see it. Look, they've had some shocking results as well. They've lost some games, but they've also smashed a lot of teams and they're beating a lot of teams. They're, quality midfield, good up front, good tactics, they're sorted out well. They're not obviously, in a really weird formation or anything like that. They know what they're doing. The team's working together. They're going to be literally up there, I think, challenging for top 4 this season. I really do. I think they're going to be that good.
Fair enough. And guys, is there anything else that you guys want to talk about before we go? Because I feel like I touched on everything. There's one more thing. Oh, Alan, did you see what Harry Kane's doing for Bayern?
I know what he's doing for Bayern. Again, this is why I've said it on here. The disrespect from rival fans because it was at Spurs when he was smashing goals and assists like right, left and centre in a bad Spurs team for half the time. And people were like, but he's got to go to a good team and do it. And he's gone to a good team in a good league. People said Bundesliga is dead, but he's gone to a higher team and he is overperforming what he was even doing at Spurs. One of the best players in world football at this moment in time, and it's as simple as that.
Do you still stand by your statement? Do you still stand by your statement that if you had Harry Kane, Erling Haaland at Tottenham, he would never be able to do what Harry Kane did?
Yeah,
but it's true though. Like he can't create chances, can he? So how can he do what Harry Kane does?
Unpopular opinion. I don't think Harry Kane is the Bundesliga signing of the season.
Who do you think is?
Alex Grimaldo for Bayer Leverkusen.
I was gonna think you're gonna say Xavi Simon or something.
But
no. If you know, because I watch Bundesliga football a lot, and obviously,
bro, how are you gonna say the man who scored 39 goals in 42 games is not the signing of the summer?
Because one, Alex Grimaldo's got about I think 13 GA in 11 Bundesliga games as a left back, and he's also got them top of the league.
Look, again, that was it was whether it was in regards to Haaland. Look, I'll say again last season, I'll say it again now. If you offer me Harry Kane or Haaland for Spurs, I'd take Harry Kane back. If you're telling me to say last season, if I had swapped them, and I've said this all the time, if you swap Haaland and Kane around last season, Kane's proven he can go to a bigger team and a better team and get the same goals and assists or even surpass that. Would Haaland in this Spurs team or even in the Spurs team of last season be able to get the amount of goals he did and assists that Harry Kane did? Not for me. But it's not to say he can't reach that because he's a phenom, like he's a phenomenal talent and obviously what he's done so far. So he can easily get to that. He's just got to develop his game, which Harry Kane did over time. It's not me saying that Haaland's a bad player, far from it. But I just think he couldn't do what Harry Kane did for a Spurs team.
All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Big up everyone. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the show. Go check out Big Six Bands because I'm gonna be redirecting to them. And love for the love, guys. Love for watching the show. Make sure you please hit that like button and check out everyone's links are in the socials or in the description. We're out.